Hey viewers, George here to talk about this game. Oh boy, Sonic Lost Worlds, and I love this. Sorry if it's a little reflective, but it's a very shiny cover. I like that shiny cover. Anyways, I'm here to talk about Sonic Lost Worlds, and my fucking god, is this such a fun game. Like, when they were talking about this, and I wasn't really paying too much attention because, well, the Sonic games are great, and I am a huge fan of Sonic games. As you can tell, I got the shirt, I got this from Sonic Colors. I really love Sonic games. But I'm not going to deny that, you know, some Sonic games in my recent memories haven't been good. I mean, Sonic Colors and Generations was fantastic. And, I'm pretty sure there's another one in there I'm blanking out. But, they said Sonic Lost Worlds, and I'm like, you wanna know what? I'm not gonna hype this up too much for myself. So I'm not gonna really pay too much attention. When it comes out, I'll play it, you know, go into this blind, it'll be great. So, of course, it comes out. I got it, like, I think about a week later or something like that, because I completely forgot it was coming out. But I got it. I was actually lucky enough to get the Deadly 6 bonus edition, whatever the fuck that means. As you can see right there. That's why it's probably all flashy. But I got that. And it took me about a week to actually get around to playing it. And my god, is this game so much fun. I was having a lot of fun with this game. I'm so glad I'm just so glad it is such a good game. Because, you know, it's another game to add to the Wii U's arsenal of really awesome games. That apparently don't exist according to some people. I don't know what kind of planet they live on. But, so let's talk about this game. It is a sequel to Sonic Colors, but it only in the sense that if you ever played Sonic Colors, you know that there are these alien creatures that Sonic encounters called Wisps. They're in this game, and that seems to be the only connection between Colors and this. Thing is, though, I haven't encountered a part in the game where you need to use the Wisps. Unlike in Sonic Colors, where you had to use the Wisp's special abilities that they give to Sonic to get through parts of the level, they just seem to be there to give you, like, as a power-up, essentially. So it's not like you have to use them, because the game doesn't even tell you anything about them. I mean, you find them, and you touch the little symbol on the touchscreen, and, like, you use them. Tried using one of them, what was it, like, Light or Dash or something like that. It killed me a couple times because I used it in the wrong place, I guess. But like I said, you don't even need to really use them as far as I know. So there's that. But beyond that, if you haven't seen this game before or played it, it is so much like Mario Galaxy. Not like exactly like Mario Galaxy, but like the way that it has Sonic move around within the world. Like, there are parts of the level, because the whole level flows or some shit. Like, it's so fucking hard to explain. There are parts of the levels where it's like all circular, so you can like walk around it. And like, there's some levels where you're like inside like a cylinder and you can go around the whole edge. It's just, it sounds so fucking like weird when I'm trying to say it, but it's so cool playing it. It just adds like this extra bit to it that, once again, remind me a lot of Mario Galaxy, just because of like each section sort of has its own gravity, sort of, and there's even like 2D platforming bits, and like sometimes you defy gravity a little bit. It is so cool, but I don't even know why the fuck it's like that. But I'm glad it is. It's so much fun. It definitely helps rejuvenate Sonic in a sense, because it's not just like, you know, a 3D platformer or a side-scrolling platformer. It just, that little bit adds to it, and it is a lot of fucking fun. So, the game, as I said, has two different level styles. There's the 3D platforming bits, which work fantastic. Like, once again, like I said, so much like Mario Galaxy. And even though Sonic's all about speed and whatnot, the way that they design the levels work really well with the speed element to it. So it's not like you're gonna easily get thrown off into, endless abyss or something like that. Unless you use the dash ability, apparently. Not like the wisp abilities. But, and then there's the 2D platforming, which we all know what 2D platforming is. And of course, to keep in theme with the whole, circular motion thing, the 2D platforming levels are, scrolling in a circle. So it's like you're traveling on a circle. It's so fun, and it looks really cool. It just works really well. My only problem is, during the 2D levels, Sonic feels so sluggish moving around. He doesn't move as fast as he does when you're playing the 3D proportions. So it just feels really fucking weird, but at the same time, I mean, it sort of makes sense, because you need the precise jumpings and whatnot for the platforming, but it feels a tiny bit faster. That would probably help. I mean, you'll find yourself jumping a lot just to move quicker. So there are bosses in this. If you don't know what the story to this game is, essentially, Eggman has apparently conquered or captured or something these guys called the Deadly Six, as it says on the front. And the Deadly Six are this gang, and they're going to help Eggman beat Sonic. And they're on this lost planet, this lost world that's in the sky, called, I think it was Planet Hectagon or Heck or something like that, because the squares are all hectagonical. I think that's a word, sure. And yeah, there's your story. Oddly enough, though, the story and the cutscenes, they're a lot of fun to watch. I was really expecting it to be really cheesy and kiddie and whatnot, but Sonic has a really great personality because he has such a sarcastic humor to him, and he's not afraid of any of these Deadly Six guys because he just sees them as another challenge or an opponent. He doesn't see it as something to be afraid of, because they aligned himself with Eggman, I guess. So yeah, there's nothing really to be afraid of if you're with Eggman. So he's just the way he acts around them is just so fantastic. Or at least with the first one. I'm assuming he does it with the rest. It's just, he has these quick-witted remarks, and I love it. I like characters that are like that, because I can relate to them. I'm like that at work. So, yeah, there's a lot of personality with each of the characters, and of course the voice actors are different. Sega has this thing where they have to change them up every fucking 5 years or something like that. So, oh yes, a little more on the story. They're trying to... Eggman, I don't know what is with Eggman's weird fetish of his, of getting little furry animals to power his robots, because it's clearly causing him the most trouble. But that's the whole thing, is they're trying to save the animals this time. Unlike previous Sonic games, though, the amount of animals that you save in the levels actually matter, because they do unlock further levels. If you want to get to the Zone 4 in the first world, you have to have saved 300 animals, which might sound like a lot, but it isn't. Trust me. You got the red star things are back in this, and they unlock little bonus mini games, which are a lot of fun to play as well. In terms of what they use with the touchpad, only so far the mini games and how you use the Wisp's abilities is what the whole touchpad on the touchscreen is. Beyond that, you don't really have to look at it. What is neat, though, since if you're playing it on the TV, on the gamepad during the levels, they'll have this progress bar, essentially, to show how far you are into the level, which is a really neat idea. I really do like that, because it does show how far you are in the level, and it's not oh, this level's how much longer. It's oh, okay, just that much longer. It's a nice little touch. It doesn't make or break the game, of course, but it is a nice little a thing that they threw in. I like it. The thing I don't like, though, is they have the timer on the gamepad, but they don't have it on the screen. And I was playing the game, and I'm wow, that's cool that there's no timer. It allows me to just try and find all the little secrets in the games. level, sorry. And I look at the gamepad, I'm like, oh, there was a timer, you get 300 seconds. Okay, well, fuck. Which might not sound like a lot, but it is. Let's see, boss battles, I've only done the, well, I guess it's technically 2, but it was with one character, one of the Deadly Six guys. The boss battles are, you know, standard Sonic fare. The 2 that I played were both in the 2D thing. I don't know if there is going to be one with a 3D aspect to it. It'd be cool if they did, if it was done like that. They probably will. I can't see why they wouldn't. I mean, they did it with Sonic Dash, technically. But it's, you know, your standard fare. You gotta hit the enemy a couple of times and whatnot. Very reminiscent of past Sonic games. Not like recent past, but like past. Where, you know, you have the single screen and you're trying to hit the boss as he's going around doing his shit. That's really nice. I love that touch. Sorry for my voice crack. Anything else I need to mention? There is 2-player in this in co-op mode, and obviously I haven't tried either of them because I'm very lonely and there's no one else here to play with me. Beyond that, though, what else do I have to talk about? Controls work really nice. Like I said, Sonic does feel a little sluggish in the 2D sections, but beyond that, the controls work. The music's fucking fantastic. It's really, like, if you played Sonic Colors, you know you're in for the music. Actually, if you played Sonic Generations as well, you know what the kind of music you can go in for. It's, you know, it works with all the levels. It pumps you up. You want to play the game. It's fantastic. The whole game is really fucking good. I really love it. It's like probably one of the best purchases I made very recently, which is actually saying quite a bit, considering I bought Arkham Origins, and I love that game. And, you know, what other games. Pokemon was the other one I grabbed. But, I mean, it's definitely a good game. Very much worth your time and money, and I would highly recommend playing it, especially if you like Generations and Colors, because it's, for some reason, the first thing that comes to mind. If you like Sonic, you better fucking get it. This is on the 3DS. That version, I don't know if it probably is a little bit different. I would imagine it would be. But I haven't played it, so... Ta-da! But I have played the Wii U version, and it's pretty fucking good. With that all said and done, until next time, keep on gaming.